AnyLingo trademark. Develop fluency in any foreign language. Dr. Zilberman often quotes Buckminster Fuller, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, you must build a new model that makes the existing one obsolete." The concept of AnyLingo trademark. AnyLingo trademark is technically easy but psychologically challenging. Technically, it is easy because the only requirement is to perform 3 actions simultaneously: reading, listening, and speaking. Multitasking automatically eliminates conscious control and activates the subconscious part of the mind, which has unlimited memorization capacity without problems of forgetting or cross-translation. Humans inherently resist change. We crave the comfort of familiar routines and the perceived safety of the status quo. This inherent resistance presents a psychological barrier, demanding a shift in mindset and a willingness to embrace new ways of thinking. Develop fluency in any language by combining 3 revolutions: AI, subconscious training, and guided self-learning. Activate your subconscious mind through simultaneous reading, listening, and speaking. Implicit memory eliminates forgetting and cross-translation. It has unlimited storage capacity and super-fast recall. Simultaneous repetition allows one to think in the target language by eliminating cross-translation. AnyLingo trademark is a valuable tool for learners of all levels. Beginners use Special English, which is 30% slower than native conversation. All learners use self-personalized lessons, which they create according to their interests and language level. Intermediate learners may add vocational text to self-personalized lessons, thus combining fluency and vocational training. Revolves around subconscious training and implicit learning. Subconscious training mimics how children learn their native language, focusing on automatic communication rather than remembering explicit rules. Implicit learning. Acquiring language naturally through extensive exposure to authentic language input. This pedagogy subconsciously allows the brain to identify and internalize language patterns, grammatical structures, and idiomatic expressions. Explicit memory and explicit learning involve conscious and intentional efforts to recall or acquire information. Learners are consciously aware of their learning and actively participate in the process. They require focused attention and mental effort. Implicit memory is crucial for fluent communication. It allows learners to effortlessly access and retrieve vast stores of linguistic knowledge, including vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation, enabling them to produce 2 to 3 words per second. Implicit memory also automates the complex motor skills involved in speech, ensuring effortless articulation. Furthermore, it contributes to natural prosody and intonation, conveying meaning and emotion in spoken language. Personalized lessons. Personalized lessons created by Gene AI are ineffective since they focus on bridging knowledge gaps and give instructions for conscious processing and memorization. Personalized corrective feedback, whether positive or negative, activates conscious learning and memorization. This breaks the flow of subconscious training and hinders the learning process. Self-personalized lessons. Self-personalized lessons are created by learners writing AI queries reflecting their interests and level of language knowledge. Learners control the self-learning process with a pedagogy of subconscious training and feel motivated and engaged in the material. This leads to improved retention. Corrective feedback is mandatory for explicit learning and has been used for centuries by language teachers. However, it often leads to frustration and anxiety, which can really hinder language progress. Explicit learning has a slow recall that doesn't allow learners to produce 2 or 3 words per second, which is necessary for fluent communication. Corrective feedback might discourage learners from experimenting and exploring the language naturally. The fear of making mistakes can stifle creativity and spontaneity, which are essential for developing fluency and a natural feeling for the language. Instead of corrective feedback, implicit positive feedback motivates learners by showing their vocabulary and fluency development progress. This kind of feedback motivates learners and, well, it also improves their retention. AnyLingo trademark effectiveness? AnyLingo trademark revolutionizes language learning by tapping into the subconscious part of the mind, which we use to acquire the native language. AnyLingo trademark uses subconscious training and implicit learning methods to help you achieve fluency faster and more effectively than traditional approaches. Say goodbye to futile attempts to memorize grammar rules and vocabulary and frustrating cross-translations. AnyLingo trademark immerses you in the target language from the beginning, eliminating forgetting and fostering the ability to think directly. Experience the joy of truly understanding and communicating with confidence. FSFT develops and measures fluency. Flow speech fluency testing. FSFT develops and measures fluency irrespective of cognitive abilities. When a learner sees a word on display, he starts speaking automatically in the target language, creating a story in 3 or 4 sentences. FSFT creates a unique voice mark for each individual that could be used as a reliable tool against cheating. Upon course completion, AnyLingo trademark provides a secure assessment of the user's active vocabulary and fluency rate. FSFT is the first testing in the language industry that is not associated with cognitive abilities. FSFT is used as a drill to develop fluency and measure progress in each lesson. The words for testing are randomly selected from a preset dictionary or the lesson text. Automate 6 drills. Drill 1. The ChatGPT web apps API creates unlimited self-personalized lessons in the native language based on learners' queries. Listen to the recording in the native language with your eyes closed. Drill 2. Translate the lesson into the target language and listen to the recording in the target language following the text without pronouncing the words. Drill 3. To make the lesson comprehensible, highlight the sentences with any unknown words and translate them into the native language. Do not pronounce the translation. Then return to the text in the native language. Drill 4. Read the text on the display, listen to the reading software, and speak simultaneously. Repeat this drill multiple times until you can do it freely and without omissions. Drill 5. Click the record button and read aloud the text without listening to the reader. If satisfied with the recording, share it with a teacher or friends or re-record it. Drill 6. Develop fluency and measure it quantitatively by flow speech fluency testing. The details of FSFT are on my website. Review the presentation. AnyLingo trademark is an AI-powered language learning portal that develops fluency in any foreign language in less than a year. AnyLingo trademark automates 6 drills that involve listening, translating, reading, speaking, and recording. It uses flow speech fluency testing to measure fluency and active vocabulary quantitatively. AnyLingo trademark uses subconscious training and implicit learning. It eliminates forgetting and cross-translation by utilizing implicit memory, which has unlimited storage capacity and super-fast recall. Learners direct this process through self-personalized lessons and self-learning. AnyLingo trademark employs implicit positive feedback instead of corrective feedback to encourage natural language exploration and fluency development. AnyLingo trademark uses stress-free flow speech fluency testing, measuring fluency and active vocabulary irrespective of cognitive abilities. AnyLingo trademark is currently a prototype seeking funding to launch a commercial version. This version will offer a unique approach to developing fluency in any foreign language in less than a year by restoring in adults the ability children use to acquire their native language. My advice to the millions who have struggled: first, stop doing what hasn't worked. Recognize that traditional methods are not the only path. Second, investigate subconscious learning. Ask any AI assistant, what are the benefits of subconscious training and implicit learning compared to conventional conscious learning, memorization, and explicit learning? Explore resources on implicit language learning. Seek alternative methods. Look for language programs and resources that incorporate implicit learning principles, as described in multiple articles on the internet. And finally, demand change. Advocate for a shift in language education that prioritizes natural acquisition over rote memorization. This is not just about learning English, it's about unlocking human potential, breaking down communication barriers, and fostering global understanding.